Hi all, this is Skate, and we're going to talk a little bit of Foch'd 155 today. Because, wow, that autoloader. My last video on the Foch'd 155 was entitled Misunderstood. And the reason it was entitled Misunderstood is because I think it was a perfectly fine tank. Granted, many people disagreed with me, but I had no issues with the tank. I think it was lovely. When I saw the Foch'd was getting an autoloader, I was very excited about that because a tank which I thought was already good, with the potential of doing more in a short burst, sounds very appealing. I thought that would mean a longer reload though. The Foch'd basically had a 16-second reload on the old gun with a rammer, and now this thing has 16 seconds between each clip, which basically means an extra 600 to 800 damage per minute over the other gun with a rammer. It's hard to argue that's not a little bit, yeah, broken. I also screw up by here. It's one of my first times on this map, and I kind of went, oh wait, no, red line, can't go that way. So I did mess up that bit. But yeah, 16 seconds between clip. I'm going to just say it outright, in my opinion, that's too little. It needs a bigger reload between each clip. Yeah, you've got 7 seconds in between each shell. And we'll get onto that afterwards, but 16 seconds between a clip is pretty damn good. So if I had to guess how this was going to be balanced in the future, I would stab a guess at it's going to get a bigger reload. It's got to, surely. Logic says it anyway. And then we talk about that 7 seconds between each shell. Now, 7 seconds for an autoloader is a bit of a long time. However, we have no other 155mm autoloaders in this game. And I think it's not a bad thing that we've got one now. The Foch'd deserves it. But 2 AP shells, 1200 damage plus, 2 heat shells, just shy of 1100 damage in 7 seconds. Remind you of a Death Star by any chance? The one which everyone moans and complains about because of the amount of damage it can do in one hit? Well, this is more accurate than a Death Star. It's also able to take shots while aiming in. So those things, it kind of gives us like another Death Star. Now again, you'll know I had no objections to the Death Star. I think it was fine because it had a massive reload and it was easy to take out between those big dirty shells. This thing is not easy to take out between its shells. But then we come on to where I think is a potential sticking point for a 155mm in Blitz. To be more specific, 155mm autoloader in Blitz. Because you can effectively do, well, let's just say 2000 damage in 7 seconds. I don't care what any of you say in the comments. That's not right. That, in my opinion, is A, slightly amusing, and B, where this tank is broken. And where I think it's going to be a struggle to balance this thing. Because increase the clip reload on this thing and voila, you have a little less DPM and less of a concern on the tank being too overpowered. Yet, if you do that, it still doesn't change the fact that you can fire 2 HE shells within 7 seconds of each other. And I don't know how they're going to balance that without nerfing the hell into the HE on this thing. Nerfing the HE removes the essence of Foch'd, essence of 155. So how do they balance that? There could be varying ways they do it, but the HE is the issue in my opinion, which makes this thing too strong. Like I said, I'm not going to lie and say I haven't enjoyed it. I think it's absolutely hysterical. But it is a bit strong, and it's hard to deny that. 2000 damage, easy. That's not including module damage twice. That's not including fires. It's easy to melt tanks with that HE. And that's not the full picture, because at that point you have to take into consideration the tank is very mobile. It's very well armoured on the front. It's very RAM friendly, so you can RAM and HE the hell into things. Here's a couple of quick clip examples for you. Plus, I think they're funny, because Batchat's absolutely no help in hell. Granted, someone else puts a shot into him, but to be honest, that was absolutely irrelevant. You still would have dealt with this tank very, very easily. most of these quick clips right now are purely for the giggle factor they produce. So, Object 140, we've managed to get round to the back of him. You can do this with the side of him as well, you don't just need the back. So there's one shot into the back of the Object 140, and there's the second one, a full health tier 10 medium tank, disappearing in 7 seconds. And this isn't as uncommon as what some of you might think. I mean, 90mm of penetration, run the calibrated shells, you're going up to 99mm of penetration. You can do stuff like that all day long. This clip, I just found it amusing. I basically get rushed by 2 waffles and an E50. And there is a little bit of support fire behind me, but we just decimate them, and even if we didn't have that support fire, we still would have decimated them. 2 waffles dealt with stupidly quick. We're going to push this E50 off the bridge. I'm going to get one more shot into him, and then I'm on a 16-second reload. But I'm going to ram him so I can stay up close to him, and I can irritate him and do a bit more damage to him. I'm on a clip reload, which, like I said, is the same as the old gun, pretty much on a 1 shot. But again, it's not like you have to hide, because it's not a massive reload, and he's dealt with very, very easily. 4,500 damage in the space of a couple of minutes. That was a very short game. Or what about a tier 9 Foch? How about taking 1,500 damage from it with 2 AP shells in 7 seconds? And I lost a grand total of 0 hit points for taking out an entire tier 9 tank destroyer from full health. This one I just included because I thought it was funny. FE4005, full max roll HE on the side of his turret. It is broken, I don't care, the HE is ridiculous. Also, has anyone else noticed? This tank seems to get quite a lot of ammo racks. Now, it's got a 155 caliber gun, which basically means you've got more chance of an ammo rack because of the caliber on the gun anyway. However, I seem to have had a fair amount of ammo racks, basically, and I'm just going to include a couple, again, purely for your amusement. Because, again, they're not uncommon. And I feel bad, because this guy, for example, I mean, I'm a turretless tank destroyer. He struggles to penetrate me half the time. He cannot circle me properly. And I've done 1 max roll, and the second one I've popped his turret off. Now, what can he do? What else could that guy do in that circumstance? I mean, yeah, Wargaming might look at nerfing the armor in the future, but again, you remove essence of Foch at that point. Or if you don't do that, and well, you could nerf the mobility on the thing in the future. I'm not telling them to, by the way, but it's fairly obvious in case someone's going, don't nerf my tank. I kind of don't want to nerf it at the moment. Just enjoy it while you can, because the stats quite obviously are telling us it's broken. End of story. So before I get any blame for, you told them to nerf it, the stats tell us it needs nerfing. They literally do tell us it needs nerfing. There's no real way around that. But again, if hypothetically they did nerf the mobility, you're still in the scenario where that HE is devastating. And in a short burst as well. But again, I know people are going to go, oh yeah, but it's only 99mm of penetration at best. My answer to that is, are you real? Can you imagine they gave an autoloader to the SU-152? People would lose their minds. And this thing has better accuracy, better mobility, much better armor. Yes, it's tier 10. But, do you realise how many things you can penetrate with HE? Most of you do, obviously. But I mean, like, chieftains. If a chieftain comes at you head first, you go at it head first. You ram it, and if you catch it right, you'll turn it on its side. You load HE just below the turret ring, all the way along the side. You splash HE for very easy penetrations. The same on any British tank like that as well, basically. Side of a Death Star turret, side of a Death Star hull, back of pretty much every tank. The cheeks on an AMX-50B, the side of an AMX-50B, the side of the turret of a 50B. There's so many options. 268, the back hatch on the back of it, all day long. Side and rear of a Foch 155 or a normal Foch at tier 9. Here's an example of bad HE. I missed the shot. If I hit that shot, that would have been a full hit point 50B obliterated in 7 seconds. Just to wrap it on, by the way, every single medium tank really on the back. Maybe not a 50M. Every single medium on the sides, pretty much. Quite reliably. And again, because it's got armor and mobility, you ram. And when you ram, we all know you can easily twist and turn a tank. Quite reliably. Especially if you've got the weight behind you to do it. So, oh look, someone's pushing me. Let's ram him, let's HE the side of him. Job done. Now you cannot do that every single time. Otherwise, you just roll around with just HE. Because it would be that damn cooked. Yet, the point I'm trying to get at is still so reliable. And obviously I haven't even mentioned things like a grill, a waffle, a leopard PTA, all those wonderful fun squishy tanks which have no armor whatsoever and are given a beautiful gun in response. Well, for those tanks I say, here's a Foch'd. It has armor, it has mobility, and a beautiful gun in response. End of story. Ooh, something tells me this video is getting some downvotes. But it is my opinion, gents. Honestly, Foch'd 155, I have never had a dislike for this tank. Like I said, go back and check my previous video. It's called Underestimated or Misunderstood, it's called. And I stand by that for that video. I think there was nothing wrong with the tank before. I'm glad it got an autoloader. But 2 155 HE shells, a little bit too much, and that, I think, needs a balancing act. This last replay, by the way, I haven't put in because maximum damage, maximum effort. I have put it in because it's funny. And it's one of those nail-biter games at the end. I can do a video with some nice max damage games if you like. In fact, it's quite funny. This morning, just before I made this video, I thought, oh, do you know, I fancy playing the Foch'd again. Because, you know, 155 autoloader. And, I was like, ooh, 6,800 damage. Second class. I'm serious. 6,800 damage. I was firing at tier 10 tanks. I was frontline. I even had spotting. Second class. In my eyes, I think that's kind of all the confirmation we need that it's strong. Should we go with that word this time? It's strong. There we go. But yeah, here we go. We are on 60 seconds on the cap, and I am against an E100, and I am also against an IS-7. I have to deal the E100 before I can go deal the IS-7 or attempt to. There's no two ways about that. I didn't have a choice. The reason I went that way is because by coming uphill to him rather than downhill, I have more elevation on my armor. And, well, it's going to be tight. Are we going to make it? It's really close. I couldn't stop laughing during this game because 99 into the cap. All I've got to do is get a shot into him now before he gets one into me. So it's not guaranteed yet. Now, watching this replay back, I should have reloaded just to be on the safe side. Because I completely screwed up that shot. If I waited, then come in, I would have reloaded long before him. I could have just rushed straight in now. Instead, I have to try and play safe until he is... well, until I'm ready for a reload. And then I've got to try and expose myself. So, here we go. He fires an APCR, beats me to the trigger, but he gets an average, effectively, APCR roll, which was 390 average on the IS-7, which basically means I managed to get the win. It's one of those games I was crying laughing afterwards, and you know what? For anyone who gave me a lucky player in that game, I deserved it. I really did. But that is it for this video for now. I hope you have enjoyed it. For those who are annoyed that I said it was OP, it's the reason you're enjoying it so much, because we all know it's broken. So let's all just try and enjoy it while we can, because it is going to get nerfed whether we say it or not. But thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.